Greetings, Eric Backer, New Zealand naturopath. Thanks for coming back again. You must have come back many times if you're watching this video. So the question today is eating a huge amount of fresh fruit good for Candida diet? Well, I think it's a dumb idea, eating a lot of fresh fruit. I've never really found a person yet with a bad Candida infection to get on top of their Candida by eating lots and lots of fresh fruit. Some people believe that eating a lot of fresh fruit is good for detoxifying the lymph system. And many people have got this weird idea that if they detox, they'll eventually come right. You don't have to keep on cleansing and detoxing. Generally, if you're going from a modern Western diet and you want to cleanse the body, you need to go through what I really believe is a big cleanup. So go through a bit of a initiation phase where you're going to clean out your pantry, get rid of all the crap, start actually eating food that is actually real, not just from cans and junk and paper bags and that. You slowly move into that phase where you're cutting out alcohol, a lot of caffeine, but at the same time you're making a lifestyle change, because it's not all about diet, folks. We've talked about this so many times. It's about getting more sleep. It's about being a happier person. It's about doing a job you enjoy doing. It's about getting rid of the pain in the butt people around you. It's about modifying your whole life to make your body more conducive towards healing from a yeast infection. Okay, it's not just about eating fruit. Okay. What's the point in having huge fights with your neighbours and working in a crappy, shitty job you hate and then eating 10 apples a day? You think you're going to get rid of Candida? It's not going to happen. Right? So eating a large amount of fresh fruit is going to achieve one thing. It's going to make you go to the toilet quite a bit, or the bathroom, as many people say. It's going to achieve that. It's going to cause bloating and gas. And some people may benefit from fresh fruit. The crazy thing is, I've seen a very small amount of people fully recover from Candida by eating nothing but fruit. But these people were a very, very small minority. You know what? That's like saying, if I buy a lotto ticket, will I win $500 million on the lotto? What do you think? Your chances are so small of winning that kind of money, You're probably going to get hit by a meteorite before you win that kind of money. So the chances of recovering from Candida by eating a huge amount of fruit, it's like winning the lotto, in my opinion. It's just not going to happen for the average person. So I wouldn't even waste my time going there. I can remember years ago when I started writing about Candida, I started recommending people avoid, for example, all apples and only eat green apples. Now everybody's talking about eating green apples. But years ago, people said even avoid apples. But I started to realize in the clinic that the sour green apples and the old-fashioned apples, which I grow in my garden, like the Cox Orange Pippin, from the 1830s that was grown in England. The Cox Orange Pippin does not stimulate Candida growth in the body. And why would that be? This guy's full of crap. How would he know that? Well, I know that because of the sugar content is nothing like the modern apple of today. It's just like wheat grown today is a far cry from the wheat that was grown 150, 200 years ago. Totally different kind of wheat. So in my garden, I prefer to grow the old-fashioned pears, the old-fashioned apples, the foods that people used to eat, excuse me, in a day when they didn't have all these modern farming methods, when food really did contain very high levels of flavonoids, okay, and very important nutritional contingent factors, lots of trace elements. The soil was good, the cultivars they grew were good, and these fruits conferred huge benefit to human health. Apples, for example, bred today are purely bred for sugar content, no sweetness, and red colour. So they don't really hold that much benefit for your health. So when we say fresh fruit, let's just get one thing straight. There are a lot of fruits you can eat when you've got Candida, okay? I've discovered that pomegranate's perfectly fine. I've discovered that one kiwi fruit per day for many people is perfectly fine. Avocados are fine. Most berries are fine to eat, right? So there are plenty of fruits that you can eat, but the fruits that you need to strictly avoid, and I will say strictly avoid, are melons in particular, watermelon and rock melon. Now some people are going to say, but I eat rock melon every day, I have a whole rock melon, that's no problem. But you can't do that if you've got a bad vaginal yeast infection. Okay, you might as well eat 5 tablespoons of sugar. Because watermelon is very, very high in fructose and sucrose. Okay, a lot of sugars in watermelon. Go and Google it. Many fruits contain lots and lots of sugar. And many fruits are also potentially allergenic, especially a problem if you've got really poor levels of secretory IgA in your gut. you're going to get a problem. You're going to get gas and bloating. You're going to get allergies. If you've got leaky gut and eat lots of fruit, you're going to get even a bigger problem. All right? So be very careful about eating lots of fresh fruit when you've got Candida. Do an assessment first. Find out what's lurking inside. Look at my 4R program I spoke about in a previous video about IgA. I think I might have mentioned that one to you guys before. The remove, replace, reinoculate, repair. So follow that method. And then you'll probably be okay to eat some fruit. Right? Give it a go. Thanks for tuning in.